Okay, let's talk about something that trips everyone up: medical sizing. Why isn't bigger always bigger?
Right? It seems totally backwards sometimes. So why is that? Well, it's because we're often dealing with two completely different systems. Let's break them down. First up, we've got the French scale. And honestly, this one is pretty straightforward. You'll see the French, or FR, scale used for things like catheters and chest tubes. And the math is super simple. Just take the diameter in millimeters and multiply by 3. So here's the key. A bigger French number means a bigger tube. Simple as that. So you can see a 32 French tube is way bigger than a 5 French catheter. Makes sense. All right, now for the gauge scale, and this is where things get, well, weird. Yeah, the logic here is completely flipped on its head. It's an inverse scale. This is what we use for needles, and a higher gauge number actually means a thinner needle. For instance, a big 14 gauge needle is for trauma, a tiny 24 gauge for a newborn. So let's put them side by side. See? French goes up, gauge goes down. Totally opposite. This is the one thing to remember. They both measure diameter, just in opposite directions. And look, this stuff really matters, especially in a critical setting like the ICU. You'll actually see both scales being used for the same patient all the time. Let's say you have major trauma. You'll want a big chest tube, a high French number. But for a tiny IV in a baby, you need a super fine needle, a high gauge number. So let's recap the whole thing. French is direct, big number, big tube. Gauge is inverse. Which kind of makes you wonder, in a field all about precision, why stick with these old systems?